Well, well, well. Welcome to Cupcake Farms, Texas City, Texas, where we are officially an official farm. I'm giving you guys an ice-cold January 9th update. Getting ready for an amazing season. We are obviously 10 times the amount of growth from last year to this year, especially on the fresh lettuces, microgreens, things like that. But I'm going to show you guys some things I've been working on this side of our grow. For you guys who've been watching over the years, you know that this area of our home was all corn. We had about 4,000 plants or stalks, but we didn't quite get 8,000 ear of corn. I think we did more like 5,800. We had a lot of corn, and we ate all we could, sold the rest. But I'm going to grab that camera, spin it around, and we'll go from there. So here's what I'm still working on, guys. Built these above ground planters. Now this is one thing I'm super proud of. My beautiful wife Veronica and our daughter Rachel, also a very beautiful daughter, they have their own what is the right word, like shampoo, body lotions. It's an all organic company, and they grow everything organically right here in the ground that produces their products. And if I'm saying this right, I hope I am. Sugar Plum is the name of their company. And so all of these planters are designed just for them. But it does take a few years as those plants that they're using in their lotions and in their body scrubs to grow. We're going to take advantage of that and plant a whole lot of arugula and lettuces around back. The other day I had a company out of League City come, Supreme Fence Co., and they built us just shy of a 200 linear feet. Good Lord Almighty, new fence, because those cows kept breaking in. And they wanted to eat everything I grow. Little moo-moos. Moo-moos. So what I'm doing over here, I figured now that I have a nice clean fence line, and this is going to be my forever fence, at least I hope it is. I went ahead and created a 24-inch bed. But of course I don't like pulling weeds. So luckily not a whole lot of grass was growing there anyway. But I went ahead and laid down the landscape fabric. We're going to go ahead and block those weeds. I'm adding my favorite soil. This one here is a garden mix that I get exclusively from Jardina's Dirt Work out of League City, right at Highway 96, League City Parkway, and I-45. Every year, and of course I alternate. This year I'm getting the mushroom compost. I'm going to get about 8 yards delivered to go ahead and just kind of re-top everything off, get it nice and beautiful, because I will no longer till. And of course we'll go for a walk over there in a few minutes. There's the chicken. And put the rest of that mushroom compost over there. But I also alternate. Like last year we did the horse manure compost, but as we know that could get a little bit stinky. So I alternate just to keep everything right, because one thing I stand for is no chemicals, no pesticides. I'm as close to organic as I believe organic can get without actually having to waste my time and money to get that certification, because come on, it's close enough. That certification, in my opinion, is as worthless as becoming a member of the Better Business Bureau, so that homeowners will go, hey, they must be great because they got an A+ rating. Well, that's because the Better Business Bureau charges companies to put their name on there, and then they give them an A+ rating as long as they keep paying. Isn't it a setup? That's not even fair. But here's where we're going. Of course, I'm transplanting a few of our banana trees, which I love, and I'm going to probably plant them in the middle. On purpose to help it give more shade, because in the heat of the summer, this is due east. As you see, I have beautiful trees that help block a lot of these beautiful oaks. So it's not usually until about 10 a.m. that this area starts getting a lot of that sunlight. And of course, all day long on the pool, all the way over to the big garden where the greenhouse is at, that sun just sits. So I'll be using a whole lot of sun block netting and other nettings this year to help prevent burn, because again, 90% of the orders that I have sitting are for lettuces, arugulas and broccoli lettuces, or well, broccoli microgreens, loose leaf lettuce, lettuce bowl, things like that. And of course, they're all popping in the greenhouse. Previous video, you guys saw me planting my little my seedling trays, which by the way, I'm gonna do 2 more this afternoon, so we'll create another video on that. And I'll let you guys know just how insane I am with wearing those spectacles with little tweezers, 1 seed per planter. I mean, it's just crazy. So anyway, that's where we're at here. I plan to grow lettuce, arugula, all of that are on the back. Of course, again, my wife and my daughter are going to plant their plants here in just about a month, first week of February, maybe second week of February. And we know that'll take a couple of seasons to really spread across these beds. These, in fact, are 16 foot long. These here are 12 inches high. Well, actually 12 and a half. And then I just did a 6-inch back here because I'm not looking for a deep root. But this here I am, because a lot of the product they use in their sugar plum is a root product. And we've got to give them a lot of grow space. So I layered that with hay and some other compost, and then put the garden mix, which of course is a compost, mulch, topsoil, and sand mixture, just to ensure good nutrients. And then, well, probably won't be a whole lot of grass this year either, because as the season goes on, I'm going to keep growing, and definitely have to clean all this up over here. But as I promised you, I'd run over to the big garden. There's a bird sitting on top of my sign. Aw, I love this time of the year. Especially my wife loves it when the hummingbirds and the other little birds are pillaging around. And we've got some new honeybees coming in, or at least a couple more boxes. And I'm going to steal a little something, if you will, from Chef Mikey up there in Tennessee. He painted his, and I love it because they're usually off in the distance of his videos. And you don't really notice it, but you do notice it, and they're multicolored. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to line up about 4 of them over here. This particular garden, and again, I know it's a mess because, hey, it is, January 9th. It's very weeded up, and the flowers need to be all trimmed back. But this was designed specifically for my beautiful bride. She absolutely loves the butterflies, the dragonflies, the hummingbirds. I mean, it tickles her heart's desire to no end. And so this was just the perfect place. She can come sit over here on the diving board and bring her camera out. And don't have a bird in there, but I have a chicken bird. Well, maybe he wouldn't answer me. Must not know his language. And of course, the big garden, guys, as I have mentioned, I am no longer going to till. We're going to try to avoid that and join the movement of no-till gardening. Of course, I've created this in the last video I showed you guys. This is going to be all sunflowers. As we know, they usually get 6-8 foot tall. So my hope is that will help shade some of the garden as well, because all of this back here will be corn. Of course, I have a tomato. I'm going to build a scaffold, if you will, or a trellis system for my tomatoes so I can put a sunshade over it. Last year, our plants got every bit of 9 foot tall, but I just could not stay ahead of it, and eventually the sun just ate them up, because as we know, Houston can sure get hot. Not usually cold, but unfortunately today I am wearing overalls, or coveralls, excuse me. Actually, my old Navy coveralls they gave me when I was when I went to boot camp in our sea bag. But there's our update, guys. Again, we're working on those beds for our sugar plum for my beautiful bride and our daughter, our youngest daughter, 20 years old. I mean, what an amazing story already. 20 years old, and she's already just jumping headfirst into self-employment. I'm so proud of her. God's definitely got a hand on that young lady, and I love it. And of course, being raised by my wife, I mean, who can't be awesome? My wife is just pure amazing. And but anyway, that's our update for today, guys. Give us a follow, Cupcake Farms. We're of course in Texas City. Anyone here locally, especially restaurant owners, private restaurant owners, if you're looking for fresh, homegrown, organic veggies that are picked daily. And I pretty much do run year-round, especially with the new greenhouse. Of course, I had the older greenhouse, but after Hurricane Beryl, the cows came in and just destroyed everything. 1,000 heads of lettuce was in there. I mean, they just destroyed it all. All my carrots. Oh, man. They're just lucky I didn't turn them into a brisket. But give me a thought. Give me a shout-out. Give me a follow. Cupcake Farms. And I'm going to do everything I can to just keep hitting videos up and keep showing you guys what I'm doing. And as I'm transplanting from the seed trays that are currently in the greenhouse, which a lot of the greens have popped. My onions not quite yet, but they do take about 10 to 14 days from seed on average anyway, so I'm not really worried about it. Oh, and I put a new compost on this side of the property so that I don't have to walk all the way across. It's something that, again, I'm going to pick on him. Chef Mikey up there in Tennessee, he says, hey, put things close enough so you're not wasting your time walking back and forth. It'll make things easier, make things more productive. So Chef Mikey, because of you, I put a compost barrel over there, which may be a good thing, because as it burns up, I'm already over there. I can just add it to the soil. Where, of course, if I flip this around, It's a little bit of a distance away, but you see my old red garden tiller. Right next to that is a 4-foot by 8-foot compost bin. And oh my gosh, I had to empty it out in order to get these beds started for my wife and daughter. You guys be blessed. Think about us. Pray for us. I appreciate you.